It's time for today's Bible story, and it comes from the book of Exodus, chapter 32. At that time, Moses was the only one who spoke to the people for God. God told Moses what to say. Moses told the people. One time, Moses was taking a very long time on the top of the mountain talking to God. The Israelites waited and waited, and then they couldn't wait anymore. They didn't know what happened to Moses. They thought that he might never come back. Maybe Moses was gone. Maybe God had forgotten about them. They felt lost. But instead of turning to God, they turned to something else. They went to Aaron, Moses' brother, and told him to make them something out of gold that they could worship. This was not a good idea. It broke one of God's rules for people. Worship only God. But Aaron gave in and did it. He collected all the gold from everybody. He melted it together in a pot and made a golden statue that looked like a baby cow. Then all the people gathered around the statue and worshiped it. The people forgot about God. They really lost their way. Meanwhile, God was talking to Moses at the top of the mountain. God knew what the Israelites had done, and God was not happy. You know when you break a rule and you get in trouble with your parents? Those rules from your parents are to keep you safe and growing strong. God gave the Israelites rules for the same reason. So when they decided to break the rules, they were really hurting themselves. And God loved them. So he wouldn't let that go. Moses begged God to forgive the people for their mistakes. And God did. Moses went down to the mountain and asked why the people turned against God like this. They told him they felt lost because they didn't know where Moses was. But many of them were sorry for what they did, and they were ready to make things right. We will make mistakes sometimes too. We'll wander off the path. But God is ready to give us another chance. That's why we can turn to God when we're lost.